Hello everyone, my name is Ethan, but for the sake of this video, I will be referring to myself as Corinne. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make spectacular animations and how you can improve on them and make them even better. First, I would just like to say that this will not be a perfect tutorial, and this is going to be my very first tutorial video I've ever created. So I apologize if I'm not clear on some parts, but I will try and do as best as I can. This will not be a beginner's tutorial. I will assume that you, the viewer, already know the basics and mechanics of David's Minimator. If you are a beginner, please don't watch this video yet. Watch other tutorials that are meant for beginners so you can get a better feel for how Minimator works. Once you're comfortable with the mechanics, then go ahead and view this tutorial. To show the audience proof of some of the statements I make, I will show videos of other animators' work. I will not say who animated the videos that I critique, so I won't hurt anyone's feelings. The animator of the video will know who they are if they watch this video. I will give names for people I praise. I feel like they deserve the shout out. For those I critique, don't take what I say as an insult. Take it as advice to make your creations better. Never give up. This is not meant to bash anyone's work, just to give advice on how to improve on your work. As some of you may know, I am the creator of two animations titled I Am the Night and The Robbery. I have created several other animations, but those two are my favorite. The majority of animations I create I do not post. I like to post the best that I have. These two have been called some of the best animations people have ever seen. If you take advice on this video, you can make some pretty great animations too. I will now move on to the next part of this tutorial. The part I just went over was the intro. So now that I'm done with this video's intro, I think we should talk about video intros in general. Yes, it's nice to do intros, but no one wants to go through a 15-second intro. If you're going to have an intro, keep it short and sweet. It really shouldn't be anything longer than 5 seconds, to be honest. If you are a popular YouTuber who creates videos weekly, it can be very frustrating for viewers to always have to watch your intros. Intros like this look nice and they can get the viewer interested in the video, but it's 18 seconds long. If I have to watch an 18-second intro every time I watch one of your videos, it can get very old very fast. Yes, the viewer can just skip past the intro, but the viewer shouldn't have to do that. Now we must ask what kind of video we're going to make. Is it going to be some random animation that you're going to make because you're bored? Are you trying to make a masterpiece? What kind are you going to make? If you're aiming to be up in the stars with your animation, you'll probably want it to be a narrative animation. This doesn't mean it has to be like a movie or a television series where you have a bunch of episodes. The animation should probably be around 5 minutes long and tell a decent story. Just remember though, there's no specific time limit on how long it should be, but try not to make it too long. There's a few series out there that can be much longer than it needs to be. The story doesn't have to be super complex, but the story needs to make sense in order for it to be good. Let's say that you're going to create a narrative animation. Is it going to be a television series? Is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be longer than 3 minutes? If you plan on doing a television series and you really want it to work, you'll need to do several things. First off, before releasing the first episode, you should probably actually have made the entire season before releasing the very first episode. Why in the world would you want to do this, you may ask? If you did manage to create a very nice series, but it only lasted 3 episodes and stopped there with a bunch of unanswered questions, the viewer would feel upset and disappointed that such a great series would just stop because the creator didn't feel like creating more episodes. So if you finish all episodes before releasing the first episode, this will keep viewers from feeling disappointed if you feel like you don't want to continue any more series or seasons. You should also have likable characters. Make sure that the main character is a person that the viewer can relate to and enjoys watching. And you should also make sure that the main character isn't a jerk. Speaking of characters, there's something I've noticed that bothers me and probably bothers a few other people as well. Please don't take offense to what I'm about to say because some of you might take it the wrong way. Alright, here it is. Gonna say it now, and if you get angry about it, oh well. For the love of God, stop using yourself as the main character for your animations. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to have yourself star in a couple of your animations, that's alright. But when you have yourself constantly being the star of every single one of your animations, it just feels like you've gotten uncreative and you don't want to create your own character. So that reason's not good enough for you? Okay, so here's a reason that probably will change your mind. Alright, we've all seen SpongeBob SquarePants. So when you watch the show, who's the main character? It's SpongeBob, right? So when you watch it, that means the main character is not Steven Hillenburg, who is the creator of the show. Want a different example? Okay, so let's look at Adventure Time. The main character in that show is Finn and Jake, and that means the main character is not Pendleton Ward, who is the creator of the show. See where I'm getting at here? The creator shouldn't be the main character. It feels very off to have the creator self-insert him or her into their video. In fact, you almost never see any movie, show, or anything where the creator self-inserts him or her into their own video. Self-insertion doesn't necessarily make your animation bad. Take Skibbs, for example. He makes some very good animations. I'll give him props for it. But in almost every animation he has, he stars as the main character, and it can get very old. There's still some pretty good darn animations though, don't get me wrong, but the fact that he stars as himself and the main character in each one, it feels like I'm watching a fan fiction about himself and his little misadventures. So a little tip, don't use yourself as the main character of your videos. Make an original character. If you can't think of one up, then use a character that's already been made, like a superhero or a war veteran or something. Alright, this just about wraps up this video. I'm just going to say a few personal things that I've been wanting to say for a while, which is the main reason why I made this video. I really just want to kind of give a own little rant, but I didn't want to have it just be a rant, have some sort of good come out of it by giving them a few tips and tricks. Alright, guys who complain because people say that your animation is bad or anything like that, don't give up. Don't say, oh, everyone hates my animation just because it's not the best. If you actually put some time and effort into it, it'll look a lot better. Think of people critiquing your animation as a test. Teachers don't fail you. They normally won't fail you because they don't like you or anything like that. But they fail you because you messed up. And that's how it is with animation. People aren't going to say your animation sucks because they don't like you. No, they say that your animation isn't super good because it's not super good because you probably just spent about maybe an hour or two on it. So put some time and effort into it. Try to watch some tutorial videos, get better, and don't just give up because you didn't make the super best animation in the world. Okay, here's another big thing I forgot to say. Alright, so the majority of us, I'll tell the truth here, we don't have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 views for every single video that we make. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this right now. Spamming your videos on the forums or the chat posts, comments, whatever, it's not gonna help that. It's just gonna make people hate you because you're spamming your video, and no one's gonna like it because they're gonna see the exact same thing every time. No one wants the chat area to be filled up with your video when it's just a pain. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, just don't be that guy who does that. Maybe post it, I don't know, maybe like at best once a day or something, but don't keep doing it like every day because then it's just gonna get old and everyone's probably gonna have seen it by then. Just don't spam your videos, please. On an ending note, I really, really want to say this. This is just a little personal note to Skibbs. You really need to, in my opinion, like this is just me saying this, but you need to like tone down the whole like having yourself and everything. Like you've got yourself featured in every single video. You've got yourself as your desktop. You probably have yourself as a bunch of other things maybe. So this is kind of like, I feel like you're idolizing yourself, and it's like, So try and, if you ask me, you should probably really, really tone down on the whole having yourself in everything, So just throwing that out there. Like, really, guys, you should, like, notice how he's, like, everywhere in all of his things, So just really take that into consideration, okay? Oh, and another thing I just want to say, sorry about the whole emphasis on my P's when I go because I know it's been going on a lot, and it's just the way I talk, and I really apologize for that. So I'm new to this whole tutorial thing, so this definitely isn't a perfect thing, but oh well, it gets the point across, So I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Have a good